Hey there, everybody. Welcome into NFG Art Studio for the first episode of Figure It Out. We're going to experiment with some figure drawing and different pose references and hopefully grow in our skill of illustration in the process. So today we're going to be working on this woman praying, by the looks of things, in a gown or prayer clothes. So I'm going to start by mapping out my page. First, you've got the first layer of the gown. But yeah, so how is everybody doing? How's everybody's week going? Hopefully it's going as well as my practices here today. But yeah, so we're trying out something new. Instead of just doing speed paints and all this, I'll show the process a little bit of how one increases their skill of illustration. Now for the hood part of this, looks like it's kind of like a droop or drop down point. Now I'm not going for perfect photorealism here. I'm kind of just using the reference images. I use a website called sketchdaily.net, and for my practice images and stuff like that, it works out wonderful. It gives you a timer and you can go forth and practice your figure drawing. Now it's probably not meant for children, considering there is options for nude and non-nude clothing and not safe for work, but for those looking to expand upon their knowledge of figure drawing is wonderful. Now, this part is too high for the figure and too wide. So you need. I like doing these little warm-ups in the run of a day, kind of just to, I guess, promote my creativity. So her nose is visible in the reference picture. So those are lips and a portion of her chin. So yeah, using real time to show and experiment different things. Now for the hands, I like to map out my thumbs. It looks like she has her hands in a prayer stance. So these are great for teaching you also how to manage your time when you're doing a drawing. Now, I'm not perfect at drawing hands, I don't think anybody is. More or less, I'm getting the basic figure down for now. But yeah, so what's everybody's plan for now coming up with April and everything like that? For me, I'm just planning on expanding and drawing more. So expect some more content from me, but yeah. I'm really glad that I can be a part of a community. And locally, there is no drawing classes per se. So it's kind of like figure it out on your own type of thing. Working towards being able to, talk to the camera a little bit better. I don't know. It still feels awkward sometimes, alone in studio. Talking to myself per se, but I guess it's kind of a part of the journey of being a content creator as well, is you kind of gotta get used to the awkwardness. Not everything's content, but a lot of things are. So now I'm just going in and I'm adding some loose markers for shading and folds of the gown. So yeah, we're going to go in and divide up this section now that I drew into, looks to be 4 sections. You get 1, 2, 3, and then a 4th fold going back. It's right here. But I like to loosely do this stuff, as a point to warm up for the day. There's no rhyme, reason, rush. I give myself a time limit of 15 minutes to do one of these drawings. So, pardon if it's not up to standard of my usual artwork. Now, I got the knee. It needs to be popped in. But yeah, I'm working towards a bunch of different projects. I'm hoping to have a website up within the next month to buy some of my original paintings and promote myself that way a little bit, but I don't know. Figure drawing is one of those things that I was never good at, and I'm getting better at my portraits and everything like that, but it takes me a long time to get my sketches done for my figure paintings and stuff. So I've been trying to increase my skill. And it's a slow moving process, but each and every day that passes and the more I practice, the more my skill increases. Now, where I'm just using the one mechanical pencil, I'm just marking shadows and kind of not really caring about kind of scribble sketching in some darker shadows to kind of fill in the depth. But yeah, so I'm working towards more some refined details now. But like I said, this is not about perfect realism. It's not about that. It's about to be able to throw down a basic form in proportion. So using my reference photos, not exactly following everything to a T, just getting my lights and my darks, focusing on the in-between. Kind of loosen myself up for the day of drawing and day of creation. What's one way you can practice, one way you can practice your figure drawing is actually live studies and all that. I don't have the fortune of having that ability here in Newfoundland, but I wish there was. I would love to attend a figure drawing class. But on that note, I do have some new supplies I will be opening up as well later on, and hopefully that will, that could possibly be a video, but this is the first iteration and experimenting. I don't know what people do for figure drawing. I know that there's lots of other established YouTube artists out there that give you a better understanding of them. And where there's two hands together, it's kind of hard to portray that. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I really am not. I just hope I can be some help to somebody along the way. Little tips and tricks will come with it, I suppose, later on as I get better at the illustration side of things. But working towards something is always a great idea, whether it be figure drawing. Best advice I've ever had for, I guess, art is find something you're bad at with it and then work towards increasing that skill and making yourself better at it. That's one thing I tell my daughter all the time when she wants to sit down and learn how to draw. She's like, oh, well, I don't know how to draw this, and then so I can't do this in the drawing. So I'm like, well, why don't you practice drawing that on its own, say trees or perspective, and then implement it into a bigger painting or drawing. Starting small is how I got better at it. Now, like I said, this is more of like a scribble sketch, but first episode of Figure It Out, you can kind of figure it out, I suppose. You can see the shape and the basic proportions and shadows. Like I said, I'm no perfectionist when it comes to these drawings, and I'm not very good at them. So yeah, so as I continue to map out some more of the darker darks and everything, really enjoying the day. This is just the warm-up for today before I move into another painting actually that I have mapped out behind this. Like I said, the one behind it took me 2 hours to get the proportions right. So I want to get better at drawing and illustration of people, skill, animals, everything. So we're going to work towards that together. And week by week, little figure it out drawings. How long should it take for a figure drawing? Like, I know some people do 30-second ones, and I just don't understand how I could get that fast with it. I guess that's the goal, is to loosen yourself up for other creative expression. I don't know, let me know the history of it. That would be nice to know. If you make it this long into the video, just leave a comment on your favorite part of it, and give me hit that subscribe button for me. That'd be really nice. I really appreciate anybody that makes it through a video. And yeah, so we are at the 15-minute mark, 15 minutes 10 seconds. So today is April 1st, 2025, and this one is done. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and we will be back next week with another one. Have a good day.